Welcome to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy, and on this channel, we cover BRC20s, taps, bitmaps, and of course, ordinals. We have another founder interview today. We have Recursive. Everyone knows Recursive. Everyone knows what Recursive is at this point. I mean, that's how we're going to be doing these ordinals in the future. We're all going to do them recursively, if that's a word. But yeah, so we have a really good show tonight. I started looking into Recursive, man. They have a lot going on, way more than I thought. So we needed to have them on the show as soon as possible, and today's the day. So let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi.
What's up, Shizzy?
What's going on, man? So we got Recursive today. We were just talking about it. We're like, oh my god, there's like so much going on with these guys.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like sometimes with this space, like you'll find a project or an individual that's big in the space by just stumbling upon it, and that's what happened with Recursive. We were going through our BRC20 updates. I want to say probably 3 weeks ago. And Recursive, our CSV was in the top 24. And we were like, what is this? And I kind of ignored it at first because, sometimes people just try to launch something for, a short meme or something like that. And then the next couple times we did it, I noticed it was still in there. I said, hey, I'm going to dive into this. And I found out that, they actually had a functioning website, a tool that the community could use to create actual ordinals recursively, actually, from what I'm seeing and understand. But I reached out to them, and they were awesome in agreeing to jump on the show with us. And so I'm excited. Yeah, there's 3 different websites that we learned about that they have their mark on, and so I'm ready to kind of see what their plan is, and I'm excited about it.
Sounds good. So without further ado, we'll bring in Jeffrey. What's up, Jeffrey?
Hey guys, what's up?
What's going on?
What's up, man?
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys.
So
for having
no
me
problem. So on this channel, we like to we like projects. We like digging into projects, like all that stuff. But to us, the most important thing about a project is the people who create it, the founders, the community, the team. So if you could just dig into your background as far as you want, without doing any type of anything you don't want to talk about. But is there anything talk to us your journey before crypto?
Sure. Yeah. I have a long history with crypto, and we just keep building for, I think, over a decade. And for the record, just one thing to say first: the token RCSV has nothing to do with us. It's just a
wow.
community. So we didn't launch anything. We didn't launch any token or say anything about that in Twitter. But yeah, that's a fun story. We can talk about it later. Yeah. Yeah, so I was studying in US in 2010. I was a freshman in college in US, and I sold my first company when I was in freshman year. So I dropped out in the second year and started my second company. So the thing is, my major investor was also the very major early investor of Coinbase and Ripple. So they lectured me about Bitcoin and Ripple and Litecoin and all the stuff later. So I was very into the coding and politics, economics. So I was very very fascinated by the idea of Bitcoin, which was I think 10 years ago. But I didn't do anything about crypto at that time. I was building another company, but I was very active in the community. I basically knew all the guys. I was friends with all these founders. You guys probably know OKS, Binance, Tron Network, all these guys, even SBF. We had launched sometime in Hong Kong. So
wow.
Yeah, we were active at that time. But it's a long history. There was very few exchanges the first time. We actually buy Bitcoin from eBay and some other website as well, some OTC website, C2C website. But I was not building anything in crypto. And I sold my second company in 2016, and I was getting a year or two, but I didn't jump into ICO because I didn't understand what ICO is. I thought it has no utilities, but all my friends, they were doing that. We saw lots of exchanges coming up at that time. But I bought lots of tokens, Ethereum, Bitcoin. I bought hundreds, thousands of tokens. Most of them are zero right now. But I didn't do anything at the time, and I built another company. Was in VR and metaverse. I mean, at that time, I was the first 50 users of the Oculus headset. So I was very into the VR stuff. I built a VR VR game engine and the metaverse app in 2018, 2019. We had millions of users in VR, and we were still like one of the most popular game on Steam at that time. And we have a metaverse app. We got over 30 million users in just 9 months. So we were like going viral around the world, in Brazil, in Southeast Asia, in Canada, in Europe. But at that time, it was not called metaverse. It was called like virtual world, like VR chat, virtual world, 3D virtual world at that time. But but then in 2020, I saw lots of stuff going on in crypto, DeFi. For DeFi, I first thought, okay, crypto can actually do something. I mean, Bitcoin was great, but you cannot do many things with Bitcoin or Ethereum. Even with ICO, you cannot do any meaningful things. But with DeFi, I thought, okay, that was good. So I jumped into this industry, which I was very active. But for the first time, I was joining this industry as a founder, as a builder. So and I saw NFT, GameFi, Metaverse, all these concepts rising. And we had a Metaverse infra for all the games and NFTs. So, and in our ecosystem, we have lots of games, and we're somehow building something meaningful for the users, but as an infra, as a tech solution. For the Ordinals, I first know about it was in March. A friend of mine told me about Ordinals, and I checked it out. I thought was the first impression is it's very simple, but it's very beautiful. It's nothing like complicated as like Ethereum. Like we all know Ethereum, layer 2, ZK machine learning, all these concepts, they're too complicated. But for Ordinals, it's very simple. It's just inscriptions, and you can keep your NFT, your token on chain like forever. Your artifact on the chain forever. So I was very interested, but I didn't think I would join the Ordinals community as a builder one day. But I think June, the recursive protocols came out. I was extremely interested because I thought BRC20 is like ERC20. But recursive protocol was like smart contracts, but like a better one, more simpler one, easier one. It's open source, it's on chain, and it actually connects all the inscriptions. Because when we see all these inscriptions on chain, like an interview or a photo or a video, it was so isolated. You can see all of them, but they are not connected. But with the recursive protocol, and when you upgrade the recursive protocols, you can actually connect them. And this network, this connection, actually can generate more utilities, more useful cases. So that was my idea. So 3 days after the official launch of the recursive protocol, we launched our website. And the first project we were doing is just an NFT. It's the first user-generated NFT. You can see all these elements. You can put this sun, star, little girl, little guy in one picture, and you can create something. I didn't think like people will love it or will create great stuff about it. But if you guys can check out our work, and you can check the by the recursion numbers, people actually use thousands of recursions in one NFT. It took them 1 day to create one NFT, and it took them $500, $400 to inscribe the inscription because it was too big. It was like 300 KB, 500 KB. So yeah, it was crazy, and people actually did some great artwork, like I think Mona Lisa, Satoshi, CZ, the girl with pearl earring, all this crazy great stuff, and also lots of memories. Some guys, our community members' son, who was 5 years old, actually create. You can by top right, you can choose the most recursions. Yeah, people can actually do some great stuff there, and you see like Van Gogh.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it was all from the community, And some guy's son was 5 years old, actually made a Father's Day, letter to his father using our tool. So he was very thrilled. And all these inscriptions, the owners will never sell them because it was a good memory. It was something from their idea, like it will remind them of the day when they create this stuff. Like this one is like 200 KB, so it's gonna be like $200 or $300, even more when the gas bill is high. So so that was made us very happy. We actually put them on the big screen on Times Square, so more people will know about this, know about Ordinals, about inscriptions. And then after this, we build lots of other stuff as well. We can talk about the details later. But yeah, that was our first thing when we joined the Ordinal.
That's awesome. So, just for anyone out there who's new, what does recursive mean? Like, what do you guys do? Like, what is it actually doing?
Yeah, for the recursive is so first, people actually build NFTs with, firstly they build NFTs with JPG, with PNG, with WebP, but with SVG it was more high fidelity, more, you can see all the details in SVG. And when you're using SVG as element, you can recurse different SVG in a new NFT. So that was idea when people talk about recursive at first. And then you will see like BRC69. I don't know if you guys know about that protocol. You can actually do other stuff like inscribe a token recursively to another token or to another NFT. Basically, all kinds of inscriptions can be put together, building some kinds of connection. Like I can tell you guys, we were going to launch a new very, very huge protocol in next 2 weeks. It was called like Metaverse protocol. So actually you can use recursive protocol to put your game item as inscription, but you can use that game item in all kinds of platforms: PC, iOS, Android, Unity, Unreal, and you can actually use them on Ethereum, on Polygon, on other chains. So that's how recursive protocol works. But it was kind of technical, but I think that's the basic idea.
Awesome.
So are these pieces that I'm showing the audience right now, these were all created with your tool?
Yeah, it was a very simple tool. We did that in like half a day.
That's so crazy. So, but the technicals behind it is the initial, or the recursive inscription is calling all these single inscriptions together, right?
Yeah. You can actually try that in the recursive Ordinals page, and you can try them by yourself. It's very easy. Yeah.
So if I like click on this guy, and then what? And then what?
And you can drag him in, like enlarge. You can do whatever you want, and you can.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can click another one to put it here. Yeah, and after you finish this work, you can just click generate SVG file, and you can just inscribe that SVG file on Unisat. Looks ordinal.
So but like the images that I'm seeing on the artworks, they look like different than that. They look like different little pieces of each of them are like a different inscription. Is that not how this recursive Ordinals works?
Yeah, that's how it works. You can actually click on the artwork and go to order scan and show you the source code. You will understand.
Go. Okay. That'll probably make a lot more sense. Yeah. So if you click there, and then you can go to source code, and you can see the breakdown there.
And you can actually see the submodules.
Yeah, and it'll show you the back end code. So yeah, because that was one thing that I've always wondered about with recursion is like, yeah, I get that you can pull different things from the, like a JS library or something that's on Bitcoin, but how can you position it? That's what, what I'm saying, Shizzy? That's where I'm kind of like, how do they get like this little attribute over here on the cheek and stuff? But I mean, it has to be through commands, I imagine, right? Like all the source code here. So is that correct, Jeffrey? Is it basically in the command where it's where it's located? So it looks like probably the translation, this might be like the coordinates or whatever. So cool. Yeah. I mean, so I'm super excited about recursion because I feel like this is just the beginning, right? And honestly, like this is really cool. I haven't seen a tool like this, like within the space. And we interview a lot of people. And to me, my mind likes to get really imaginative. And so I'm thinking, okay, what type of intricate applications and programs can we build on chain now? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So when you check out the source code, you can see the image, the SVG, location, like length and stuff. But imagine that as a source code for a game engine. Like when you buy an avatar in a game, the height, the length, the how big you are, can you interact with others, can you fight, can you having a pet, making money, all this can be in the recursive protocol. But so that was just like a teaser. we did that in 3 days, and we thought that was fun. But there's lots of things we can do later.
Yeah. Another thing, so with what I said, like what kind of like intricate applications and like actual software programs and stuff can be built through this. Obviously, that takes a lot of code when you do recursion, right? Or like a lot of text, right? So how do you imagine the future will be? Because like I'm sure humans, developers and stuff, don't want to like do that for like a intricate program, right? Like or something like that. Do you feel like this is eventually going to be like tasked to AI? Is that how you feel like it's going to be, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, using AI is we actually have AI team in our company. So yeah, using AI will be much easier to create like videos or gaming items. But it took time, and the Ordinals is still early, so we didn't want to bring out too many. Like when you browse our Twitter, we don't say many big words. We just we can share more information than that, but. But we believe AI will do a lot of great stuff with it. But we only say that when we finish the product. We always deliver first and then talk later. Yeah, that's our style.
Gotcha.
This video was something that really caught my eye with you guys. Was this created with Recursion, or did you guys do this separately?
Yeah, that was made with Recursive protocol, and it just shows you the idea of inception of multi-layer inscriptions.
Wow.
Bro, this is that video I was telling you about, and it
That
like
is insane.
it's basically like Bitcoin and like the history of crypto. You can see like public figures start to come in. That's an inscription.
Yeah.
Like this is Vitalik, obviously, right? At some karaoke or something, or maybe he's talking at a convention. There's Binance, CZ, and it's cool.
This is crazy,
right? It's like a time loop of the history of crypto, and then you go through all these things, and yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. That
was fun.
That's funny, but yeah. Yeah, but like, man, I think you guys are doing great stuff because like you're showing it from the basis of what this is about. Like you can use a tool for people to onboard everyday normies, but also, if they want to check the source code, they can see how it works. So I'm excited for what you guys got planned. And you obviously have a good business acumen because you seem like a project manager type. Is that kind of what your role's always been?
Yeah, I'm like a product manager because I was, always the first user of every product. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I want to take it back a little bit. Could you talk to me about the team? How many members you guys have, and like what some of the maybe like the people that are working on the project without doxing anybody?
We're not going very public right now because we have an old project right now in Ethereum ecosystem, and we're not sure about the investor relationships, all that the confusing part, or the employees who belongs where. But we're dealing with that, and we will be figuring out, having a clear plan, publicly show our founders and team. Yeah, but our whole team has, I think, about 100 to 200 employees. But
whoa.
Yeah. But they are not working with RCSV.io. They are working with different projects. We have ecosystem. We have lots of projects to help. Yeah, but we can always, when we are running a bigger project or a huge protocol right now, we can always, borrow them to the new project. Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys will just basically be a branch off of that company, correct?
Yeah, but RCSV is gonna be like an independent studio, and but we're not sure about how to make money and stuff. So we are figuring out. Yeah.
Awesome. So you in the beginning you told us that RSV coin is not yours. What was the story behind that? Because somebody, I guess, just kind of front ran you guys, and do you guys have any interest in a coin in the future?
Yeah, that was a fun story as well. I think on the first day of the recursive protocol was coming out by Ordinals, I think it's June 12th. Some random guy in the Ordinals community from China just deployed this token. And the fun thing is he didn't mint any token. He just deployed it. So we basically know that guy in person because somebody told us. Yeah, so it was a fun story. He deployed it. He didn't mint any, and he was very frustrated when he sees the tokens price coming up and stuff. And on the same day when we launched our first NFT, the recursive Ordinals, on the same day, some users, some community members, they found out the token, so they just mint out the tokens, I think in 1 hour, and it was free launched by 500, 600 different users. So it was pretty decentralized at that time. And then they just keep buying, selling. I think the price went down for a while and went up like crazy. And now when going down, because recursive protocol is not a fancy word anymore, so also many people are selling. But yeah, many people just was talking to us and trying to make this token as our official token, but we just didn't know like how is this gonna work with our products. If the token is just a meme, it's just no utility, why do we want to include this token? So yeah, we are still figuring out, but yeah, probably someday if we can make money, we'll probably just make money in an easier way. If we cannot, we can have a token to represent us, to vote, to get whitelist and stuff. But we're not sure yet, but definitely we'll figure that out in one day.
Gotcha. So the coin that's on Unisat right now is basically just a community-driven coin, basically by people who like the recursive stuff, but it has nothing to do with you guys. Just want to make that clear. Yep.
Yeah, we have the same domain name. I think that's the reason they bought this token. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's like whenever you have intelligent business people like yourself, I can tell you have that really good business knack, and so does Sonic. We interviewed Sonic. I'm sure you're familiar with Sonic from Unisat. But like whenever you see people like that get drawn to the ordinal space, and it's more for the technology like recursion, right? Then that makes me like really excited about the future, because as Jeffrey even said, that like they're trying to figure out like how to monetize this model, but they're so excited about the technology of it and being able to build on Bitcoin that they were just like, we can figure that part out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s when Google kind of did that, right? And Google was like, people need to search this stuff, and we got to figure out like, let's just get that going, build that up, make it useful for people, and then bam,
we'll monetize it later.
Yeah, it'll just fall into place. Does that sound kind of right in terms of what your thinking was with this?
Yeah, exactly. We don't see many creative stuff in crypto, I think, for 1 year or 2 years. We saw lots of concepts, but not many things can actually attract us. But Ordinals inscriptions are the first thing got into my mind this year, and I was selling the story to all my friends from the decentralized exchange, centralized exchange, all these miners. I was selling the story all the time because I thought it was great. And I don't know if you guys checked out our BBS yet. So we actually, like at that time, we actually thought the inscriptions, recursive inscriptions, can be used for communication, can be used for social, and we are actually building lots of stuff for that too. But we just launched the alpha version of the BBS. But actually, when you see this, you have to pay the gas fee to inscribe a post, and you have to pay the gas fee to reply. So for the first time, I think there will be fewer trolls, because when you pay, when you have to pay when you want to say something, the conversation is gonna be somehow meaningful or useful, because you don't you don't pay money for nothing. Yeah. And also we are actually when we're building this, because I thought there's no tool in the world that can be private and safe forever. Like when you're sending something to some guy in email, in Telegram, I was always afraid that Gmail was, going bankrupt, or Gmail was, somehow lost all my information, or TG leaked my information. But with inscriptions on chain, that will never happen, because Bitcoin never dies. I think so. Bitcoin will never die. And for more private conversation, we actually have a private protocol coming, I think, very soon. So actually, when I send you an email, only you and me can see that. No one, including us, including Bitcoin miners, including everyone, cannot see the true information behind the inscription. But only the two guys who are communicating can see the email. So that would be cool, because if I want to send something to very important, like my phrases of my wallet, I can never share that information through Gmail, because if I have money in my wallet, I cannot share that information with Google. But with that, it was very confidential, and you will never die. So even after 10 years, 20 years, you can still get that information, because I lost lots of, like, AOL.com, Yahoo.com, all that information, all that images, emails. I just lost all of them because their company goes to bankrupt.
Mm-hmm. So are you using some type of locking mechanism to open the message up, or how does that work?
It's more like a encryption. I don't know if you guys use the mask network before.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of it. Yeah,
something like that. So if you have the wallet, you can check that email. But if you don't have the wallet, you cannot. So it was
gotcha.
And
so
nobody can ever see your email.
So it's wallet gated. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's cool. So this is what I'm looking at right now. So this is kind of like we've seen a couple of these pop up. Is there a specific handle that you're using for users, or is it just by wallet address only, or what?
We have Gitbook, but the users will not understand the Gitbook. But when you click into the board, and you can just put anything you want in the when you scroll down, you can just write anything, and when you try to post it, it will automatically generate a post on inscription, which our index can read. So it was very simple for users. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So this is, at this point, this is kind of like a forum, right?
Yeah, it was like a forum. It was like Bitcoin.org forum, but it was it was still a teaser. We're not marketing about this at all. We didn't post about it at all, but it's a teaser. But we'll put more information. We actually have a Ordinals DID system coming up as your bio, so you can have a bio of yourself showing all your NFTs, all your BRC20s. You are making money or not? Yeah, RCSV. Yeah.
Look at this one.
Yeah.
All these are like, hey, this is the official token. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that was fun, and you actually pay gas fee for nothing for communication.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. That is true.
I actually love that because it stops spam. It stops spam right in its tracks. So it's just like, you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay for it. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, and you can show your bio. Like if you want to talk about Bitmap, you can show you have like 1,000 Bitmap or 1 Bitmap. So people will say, okay, you have 1 Bitmap, you have nothing to do with Bitmap, you just stop talking. But if you have 1,000, people will actually think, okay, you actually put money and time into this product. So whatever you say, I will pay more attention. So I think that's something good. I mean, people can argue about it, but I think that's something good.
Yeah, I completely agree. I love that because you can actually see if the person that's holding it kind of makes it like token gated, kind of, because you can show proof of ownership, really.
Yeah, and you can do voting because it was connected to your wallet, and you can do people actually can do whitelist sale here. So yeah, that's the fun part as well. So what about the recursive protocol is you can launch an NFT sale in the BBS. You can show your pictures, you can show information, and every reply they will add a fee as your mint fee. Like for example, it's a $10 fee. So every reply will cost you the gas fee of the inscription plus $10. So when you reply, you're actually getting the NFT automatically to your wallet. So that will be a launchpad as well. So there's lots of things to imagine about this forum, but we don't have much time to build this. We have lots of things going on. So yeah, just some basic ideas.
This is just opening my mind even more about. I already knew how powerful recursion was, but like, it's all a matter of being able to have like, the devs are the smart group of people, right, that can figure this stuff out in terms of like the coding and how to tie everything together. Once they get really good at that, and then it gets streamlined to AI, that I feel like this industry is gonna just grow massively. And just like how Jeffrey came into this, he came into the recursive side into Ordinals without the first mindset of monetization.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big difference between this part of like Ordinal-fi or OrdFi and then traditional DeFi. We can see what's happening on Ethereum, and I know Ethereum's a useful chain in general, but like it's gotten so muddied because of greed and just all this, meme crap coins trading left, right. This is a kind of a fresher breath air, it's and I think. Go ahead.
I totally agree. And one thing great about Ordinals is it's very transparent. It's open source. Like this BBS is fully open source, so you guys can build a better looking BBS using our protocol, and we're happy about it. So that's the best thing about Ordinals, I think.
Exactly. I wanted to talk about this. Shizzy, did you have any other questions about the BBS part?
No, we're good to go.
The bitmap.rcsv.io. What is this about?
Yeah, it's about it's the first product we built for Bitmaps. I was into Bitmaps very deeply because I was building metaverse for years. I'm building metaverse in VR in mobile for years. So Bitmap is the greatest idea about metaverse. It's the first thing that fully decentralized. Like I was playing Sandbox, or CryptoVoxel, Decentraland, all these metaverse, so-called metaverse for a long time, but it was actually the assets were owned by the project, and if the project made enough money and they just quit, stop building, and all their users would lose money, will lose faith, and the product is just going to be useless as an experiment, and millions of people will lose money. But for Bitmaps, it's different. It's that users actually own the Bitmaps, so the other projects like us, other companies, other teams, they can build products for Bitmaps. So no matter their product is good, it's bad, it's boring, it's interesting, it doesn't matter. The users can use one product and another product, and with these companies dies, it's okay. But their Bitmaps will just gain more and more value in the future because that was core assets. So that idea was never happening before in Ethereum, but it was actually happening in the Bitcoin, in the Ordinals community. So yeah, so we love it, and we just we talk to many users, friends. They know about Bitmaps, but they don't really understand Bitmaps. I think some people just consider Bitmaps as a domain name, like 325.bitmaps, short digit, long digit. But we thought Bitmap is about location, because when the users, first movers, they minted the Bitmaps, they're trying to create, most of them are trying to create some shapes. Like we posted lots about it, and people actually made like heart shape, btc.com.
I remember that.
People actually did a very ugly face of a dog, anything. Like some people are shouting out to their girlfriend, and Bravo, the project owner, they actually bought the lands as a Bravo to as an advertisement. So yeah, but the users right now, they don't. So for the very simple idea, they don't know where their lands are located. You cannot check that information on any website. Bitmap.land, Ordinals wallet, you cannot see your Bitmaps on the map. So the first function is when you log in, you can see all your Bitmaps laying out in the map and with green light.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the yellow light is about the online. So when you see all these yellow dots, that means these owners, Bitmaps owners, they're online, and you can talk to them. So that was the first function. Yeah.
Whoa, that is cool.
Yeah.
My head just exploded just now. Okay, so basically you can tell if they're online if they're logged into their wallet.
Yeah. If they are staying in the website, and when you zoom in, you can see their NFT on the maps, and if you have Bitmaps in your wallet, you can see your Bitmaps. Keep zooming. You can still keep zooming. You will see pictures.
Holy shit.
Dude, like you guys are not being talked about enough in the space right now.
I know. Yeah. That's our problem. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna help with that, hopefully.
Yeah,
with the show.
And if you click on that little stuff, and click that, and you can click on the right side of the address, the owner. Yeah, and you will see the blue dots, all his Bitmaps. Yeah, you can play with that for
that guy had that guy had like multiple DGots. Yeah. That's a whale.
but that's just 600 Bitmaps. When you click the Bitmaps who has like 38,000 Bitmaps, the image will be crazy. You will see all these blue dots all over the place. So you can play that for a whole day. It's very, very fun.
Yeah. So I own 100, like over 100 bitmaps. I can go on and put images in every bitmap that I own, like just like those guys did.
Yeah, you can change.
I can put like Ordinal Revolution, like and stuff like that on every single one of them.
Yeah. You can put whatever you want. Just inscription. Yeah, it's on chain, so you have to inscribe the photo first.
You just have to connect it to your bitmap.
Yeah,
right.
And you will see your bitmaps in green, which is super cool because that's your bitmaps, and you cannot see that on any other products. That's the thing.
I had no idea something like this existed. This is so cool. I love this.
I mean, I knew there were people building stuff, but like for this is like different from what I'm seeing. I mean, look at this. This is probably, and I don't mean to get personal with people, but that's probably someone's personal family member, right? So you can like get super. Let me ask you: do you feel like most of these users are in Asia that have this, or do you feel like it's just kind of everywhere?
For the Bitmap Explorer, I think major users are from not Asia because Chinese people, they're not into bitmaps that much, but I think half.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say half. And sorry. And
I was gonna say go ahead.
Yeah, the data is over 1,000 Bitmap owners have logged into this website, and I think over 200k Bitmaps, like 1,000 user with 200k Bitmaps. So you can see all these images because they logged in before. Yeah. So with the blank, probably they just didn't log in before, but we will see that. Yeah.
So do I have to, like, for example, like I have bitmaps. If I log in, will my NFTs automatically like merge with my bitmaps?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have to do it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do anything.
Simple. Yeah.
Oh, so I just log in and then whatever NFTs I own will just pop up in my bitmap.
Yeah.
And can I change it to the NFT that I want?
Yeah, you can change your name with .sats, .btc. You can change the image with SVG, PNG, whatever you want. It's very simple.
So cool. That's really cool.
That's crazy. So this one has mixed display. So when he logged in, it's basically like it rotates, right? Or it just, is that how it goes? Only icon, only index. Okay, maybe I'm wrong on that. But yeah, so this is awesome. I'm glad that we like we're learning more and more about the tools and stuff with Bitmap. This is amazing.
And we always consider us as a builder. We actually built this in I think half a week, and it's already been very cool. So just many our users are looking forward to our new version because we just keep building. That's all.
Yeah.
It's a new version coming out? I thought this was awesome already.
There's a new version every week. We just say that's new version every week. Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited. This is cool. I like this. I can't wait to go play with this now.
Is this all the
zooming? Yeah, zooming is very smooth. It's very, very smooth. It's not like Ordinals wallets and laggy and stuff. It's very smooth.
Is this all the bitmaps in existence?
Yeah, and it just refreshes every 10 minutes when a new block comes up.
Yeah. Is there a way to message somebody? Like, say if I wanted one of their bitmaps, is there a way to message them and say, hey, can I buy this off you?
You cannot do that right now.
Okay.
But with our bio protocol, you can actually go to others' bio page and send a message. You can do that. Yeah, cool. And you can chat. Like if I put, I just can you guys see my message?
Yeah.
Where is it?
In the bottom right chat room.
Bottom right.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So it's very simple. And our next version, I can disclose some information. It's gonna be much more fun. You can actually go into any specific bitmaps with other people, with avatars, and we can have that Twitter space there. You can put your NFTs in your bitmaps as your home, room, castle, garden, whatever. You can talk to them in the actually talking to them or chatting with them and stuff. So we just build a base product with simple ideas, simple functions, and then we go deeper and deeper and try to gain more users.
Wow. So the Twitter Spaces would be cool, right? To do like that. Yeah, this is crazy.
It will be so easy. So just like share a link like bitmap.rcsv.io /4848 if that's my bitmap, and you can just share that link on Twitter, and then people click on the link, they can join your room. It's very simple.
Absolutely amazing. This is awesome.
Yeah, and you have that experience with working in the being a metaverse builder before this, and so with that being said, there was a lot of kind of pushback because of the metaverse experiences before, like you said, kind of like whenever they stop building as much, then people lose interest. But you're saying with this new way of decentralizing the lands and the system framework, that you believe that this is a completely different situation, and you have confidence that this is going to build out and catch on?
Yeah, I think that will be much better than Ethereum metaverses. For example, if you buy a Ferrari car in one game on Ethereum and the game dies probably in like 3 months, I mean, average the lifespan of a game is like 3 months, 2 months, even 1 week. And that assets you bought, the Ferrari car, it's going to be useless forever because the game is dead, right? You cannot use that car in any other platform or other games. But with ordinals, with inscriptions, it's different. When you buy a car, buy a pet, buy an avatar, that inscription will be on chain forever, like a Bitmap. And we are building a protocol. I think that protocol is going to be like a mind blower. We can talk about that later. So we have that Ferrari car, all the games on VR, on mobile, on web, on Mac, on PC, all these games, you can drive that car in all the games, even on other chains, on Polygon, on Ethereum. So that's the beauty of inscription. You own that assets forever, and you can use that forever. And that will, of course, make your assets more valuable because you can use that everywhere. But if you can only use that asset in one game, the asset is for me it's useless. It's the value is zero because the game is gonna die someday.
Yeah. Yeah, you're 100% right. Because I mean, doing it this way, you actually keep your stuff forever, man. Without, like you said, the game dying, everything you've done is gone. And everyone talks about, how like, the other games like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. Like, if anything happens with those games, it's kind of like the same way. But what you guys are changing that, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of the Ordinals. Yeah.
Awesome, man. I felt like I learned a lot today. I appreciate you breaking all this down for us, and it makes me even more bullish about the ordinal space. Because like our argument was like very simple before with like traditional NFTs. We're like, our stuff is on chain forever. But now, like after today, like we got like a deeper breakdown of why that's even more important. And like you said, with World of Warcraft and stuff, you can't even sell your account when you want to not play anymore because you don't own it technically. But now you can sell your assets, right? Because they're on chain forever.
You just got two really big ordinal bulls, even more bullish. So I didn't know that was possible, but thank you. So this is a part of the show where we kind of give you the opportunity to talk to your community, potential community members who are joining, tell them like where to come find you at, and if there's any partners out there that want to come find you, this is your stage. You can talk about whatever you want.
Okay, sure. Thank you, guys. And I don't want to say Ordinals is too small right now. It's too early right now. It's lots of ideas coming in. But for me, as builder, as a consumer, as a user, I just want to make sure that people are actually focusing on the tech side, on the product side. We just keep building good stuff. If anyone was interested, we're happy to talk to them. We actually have 6 partners right now building stuff based on our protocols, based on our website, our products. So we are happy to have more partners on board and just keep building. Focus less on the price side. People talk about the Bitmap price dropping, already dropping, and all this. Yeah, I know that, but when the price is going up, you don't have much time to prepare for your new project, for your for your new product. So yeah, so we want to make sure that people actually focus on building because it's too small, it's too early. I'm always against new ideas, new concepts, coming out, new tokens. I mean, the community is small enough. If you have like 10 more tokens, 100 more tokens, the people will just get more upset. That's why we don't have any token yet. So yeah, so I'm very happy to talk to anyone who are interested in building stuff. We have a big team can support you. I have lots of experience in building a metaverse, social apps. So I'm happy to chat with anyone. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it.
And where's the best place to find you?
On Twitter, just send. We have two Twitter. One is Recursive. So anyone can send me a DM there, and I have another personal account called rcsv.io. Anyone can send me a DM there as well.
All right, cool. I'll have all that stuff in the show notes. Jeffrey, man, I really want to thank you for coming on, man. If you guys have any updates in the future and you guys want to hop on with us again to talk about it, please do. This stuff is mind blowing, and I'm really thankful for it.
Thank you, guys. Very happy to talk to you guys. That was great.
All right. Have a good one.
See you guys.
See you.